All right, welcome to your first day of emergency fight school.
Yay!
See, vampirism hasn't made you any less of a dork. Whatever.
Spectacular. Okay, first things first. Have either of you seen any vampire movies or shows where there's fights? Yeah?
We love those fights.
Great, that's what I thought. Okay, those are shit. Alright, first thing that you have to understand is that you ever have any dream of fighting like that, you will die very, very, very badly.
In the real world, they're messy and quick, and they're all to the death. First rule for vampires in fighting, we can still die.
And the first rule for hunters is that we are all made of glass.
Seriously? She's the daughter of Dracula. How did you not feel the aura from these damn things?
Erica, huh? That's the prettiest name I've ever heard for an unholy abomination.
Excuse me?
You're so arrogant, you didn't even really bother changing your name.
Simon Polidori. Lemon Simon. See?
Shut up.
Last time I saw you were just this tall. You were a little guy.
Yeah, I was 6. That usually involves being a little guy. A kid, really.
You had that awesome Devo sweater on last time I saw you. When was that, Simon? You remember?
You were killing a hunter. You were killing my dad.
And I killed his dad, and 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 even his dad, which was the first hunter I ever killed. Good memories, man. Good memories.
Dead bastard.
No, my father was married to my mother. I killed him too, but he was married to her. I killed both our dads, so we've got that in common.
That was terrible!
I'm throwing my weight into it!
No, you're trying to throw a punch like you did when you were 12, taking your first belt test, which you failed. I'm getting some water. Let's take 5.
So you've been a vampire for a decade now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, one of the things I did learn was that we don't get our fangs till year 10 to 12.
That's right, sweetie, we do.
Can I ask, where's yours?
Oh, we're not allowed to have them.
Why?
Dracula's Law, Edict 227. Fangs are to be filed so as we appear no different than the living among us.
Wait. We have laws?
The Dracula declares laws when they protect our kind from annihilation. Vamps were getting killed left and right after someone published a book in the 1500s exposing vampires. And there was also the angelic hellspawn that was wreaking havoc.
That sounds ironic and scary.
I know. It led to the Dracula declaring that all vampires must keep their canines short like the living.
Well, what happens if we don't?
If we're caught with long fangs, we get the worst punishment.
What's that?
A dip in the pool.
Oh, that doesn't sound so bad.
Spinning and then being slowly lowered into a pool of holy water by a group of human zealots that worship him called Dracolites. All right, let's get back to work.
It's clever how you mask your scent. Too bad it doesn't help you take a punch in it.
So, you think you would, share some stuff with me about vampire hunters?
Yeah, if you can throw a punch that doesn't suck.
For my dad, his dad, his dad, his dad, his dad, his dad. And the first one.
Let Vincent know this and give him this. I dug it up an hour. You don't have to say thank you.